Picks and Parlay family, it's me, Detroit Lenny, here on a Friday. Woo! Thank God it's Friday, right? TGIF. I should have changed the thumbnail. I forgot. Dang it. It's supposed to say the TGIF thing on my shirt. Dang it. I forgot it was Friday when I made the thumbnail. January 10th. Friday the 10th. I apologize. I'm a couple minutes late. Finish up some free picks with Sniper Wes. Good news, he's safe, sound, not affected by those wildfires. So in California, so we're praying, thoughts and prayers for all those people. And you know what? Just a quick rant before as we let everybody file in. Appreciate you guys stopping by. First and foremost, I appreciate it wholeheartedly. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you're here, drop a comment section in the comment section. Say hi, say what up, Doe. Say goodbye, say good luck, say GFY. I don't care what you say. Just hit the thumbs up button if you're stopping by, just for shits and giggles. I hate being the guy that says thoughts and prayers too. By the way, like a friend of me and my wife's aunt passed away and was letting us know that they won't be to watch the Lions game with us in playoff because they'll be back in Detroit for funeral arrangements and obviously and whatnot. So, I don't know. It's such a tough thing that, I don't like being the guy thoughts and prayers or what, you know what I mean? Like I'm about action, you know what I mean? Or, what can I do? Like, even if I'm the guy that sends flowers to the funeral because that's what my mama taught me. Stuff like that. So, but as far as like the California wildfires and stuff like that, like, do donate and don't. I hate to say it, don't be those people that donate just online or whatever. Although it seems to be convenient more way. Like, I don't know, man. Just like to your local shelters, homeless shelters, water, food, whatever. Give back, pay forward. You got a roof over your head, your family's safe, you're blessed. You know what I mean? You're blessed. And sometimes I think we all forget that. But that's that. I don't want to get on my high horse, so to speak. I feel like this chair goes back way far. By the way, I just thought, like this is how far this goes back. I'm just trying to. That's a little too far. Because I will do the whole show like this if you put my feet up. I'm just telling you. But we're going to get into some Friday action, recap yesterday, all that, and then some. Another, just kind of a day yesterday. Won't get no BS here. Nobody blowing smoke up, nothing here. We lost 2 whole units yesterday. It's the second day in a row we lost 2 whole units. We're not home run hitters. We're grinding guys. We grind it out. In the chat, we grind. We were just, things we were wrong on yesterday. Everybody wants to talk about what they're right on all the time on the internet. Everybody tells you how great they are and their record is how great they are. I'm just going to tell you what the fuck my record is. If it's great, it's great. If it's bad, it's bad. Yesterday wasn't bad. I mean, I lost money. That's bad. Don't get me wrong. But, in this business, in this realm, in this world, you got to be able to take a couple on the chin. And we just got popped with a 1-2. We still stand, and we're not. That's why it's bankroll management, right? Money management. So I don't understand the Islanders. I don't. So I was all over Vegas. I was on Vegas in regulation and the puck line. Islanders win 4-0. Wrong side. Whatever. We were on Notre Dame. We talked about this. That college football game. We were also on the under. We had under 47. That did not work out. That's what happens. It is what it is. I feel like, you take out that game. I mean, hold on. I'm just going to pull up the breakdown. There's 21 points scored. No, wrong game. I'm sorry. 17, that's 21. There's 31 points scored in the fourth quarter. And I lost the over. I mean the under. That's one you just take on the chin. You know, hope to give more than you take. You know what I mean? We're on Notre Dame now, so we kind of wash each other out. We were on Penn State because we did predict a close game. So we were on Penn State in a teaser plus 8.5 and under 51.5. We needed that. Because we bet that or like, day of. So we needed that. We got the under on the teaser. Part came through for us, but that was really it. We were on Edmonton and we were on Vegas. Again, we talked about Vegas. I'm sorry. We were on Edmonton in a parlay. Whatever. In regulation, it didn't work. Didn't work. Was what it was. We were on Detroit Mercy over IUPUI. That didn't work out for us. We had them +5. They lost by 30. They didn't show up. It is what it is. NBA continuously just baffles me in some senses. We were on Toronto plus the 15. A lot of points. We see this in the NBA tonight. Big spreads, big numbers. I want to lay the points with Denver. We'll talk about that Nuggets matchup, but I took the points with Toronto, covered, had the under, did not cover, wasn't close. So that kind of washed, but chalkiness in the NBA continues to just be a thing for me, which is the only thing from making it a -2 unit day to really probably being more of a 3 or 4 or 5 unit day negative. So simple, basic, cookie cutter NBA square parlays. 2 to 3 teams, nothing extravagant. Yesterday, we had a 3-teamer, which was extravagant. It was 178 plus 180, right? So, and it was only plus 180 on a 3-teamer. I'm good with a 2-team parlay at about even money. -120, I'll do a 2-team teaser, -120 all day. So, the NBA continues to do that for me. So, small NHL card today. Well, 5 games. I consider that a small-ish, decent size, I should say. I'm on the Red Wings. We all know that. I'm on the Red Wings puck line. I'm on the Red Wings in regulation. I hope the Red Wings win this game 3-0, and they shut down the Blackhawks. But I also hate the Shithawks, and I love the Detroit Red Wings. So there's that. Not a lot of college basketball for me. I'm hitting and missing on some games. I got a lot for tomorrow, but we're not going to talk about that yet. For today, though, I have a decent card, I feel like. I'm on Vancouver over Carolina. That's my big plus. That's my dog of the day, if you will. Vancouver and the Canucks over the Carolina Panthers. Other hockey, I like the Capitals and I like the Kings. I like the Kings straight up. Money line, I also like them parlayed with the Capitals. Capitals too pricey. I'm just a -200, so I'm just parlaying it with the Kings. I like the Kings straight up. I like the Kings under as well. I don't think I think the Kings win this game like 3-1, 2-1 kind of game. It's going to be an ugly game against Winnipeg, but I'm on the Kings. I'm on Texas. I'm on the over. I feel like you guys already know that tonight. I'm on Texas. I'm on the over. I'm on Texas and the over in a teaser. So I think we get some points here in this one. I'm hoping Texas is able to keep up with Ohio State, and they don't just come out and kill them. I hope Ohio State just doesn't crush them. I'm not rooting for Ohio State in any which way, shape, or form, but a lot of people were watching that game yesterday in the Penn State Notre Dame game and going, Ohio State's going to beat everybody. Either one of those teams. Ohio State beats Notre Dame or Penn State, no matter who wins. And I think I'm betting on Texas in the fact that Ohio State is thinking the same thing. We could beat Notre Dame or Penn State. No matter which one of them, we beat them. And that, you know what the problem is? Ain't nobody talking about Texas. And I don't want to say, I don't know if Texas is a live dog. I won't say that. But the 6.5, I'll take that. I'll take that. And I'll take the 12 in a teaser or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So what is that line right now? Let's see where the money at. I feel like all the money. Yeah, when I looked last night. No, not really. See, there's more money at Texas. 58% of the bets and 50% of the money. That means there's 33% of the bets, or 32%, sorry. 32% of the bets. 42% of the money. Less bets, more money on Texas, which is why that line has went from 6.5 to 5. I feel like I'm real safe on the side. I'm worried about the total. Everybody and their brother's betting the over. So that's where we ride on some college football. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe if you got questions about games and otherwise. NBA just looks. Let me tell you why I didn't bet the NBA. Denver -14, Bulls -11, Celtics -11.5, Pacers -10. After a win yesterday against the Pistons, like in a back to like sure Pacers, sure the Pacers, sure the Celtics, sure the Bulls, sure the Nuggets. I'm not laying double digits in the NBA. Not doing it. But all four of those teams, I'm not taking points with the Warriors or the Kings or the Wizards or the Nets. Okay? On the road. Like, I'm not doing that. All four of those teams I listed as major money line favorites, the Pacers, the Celtics, the Bulls, and the Nuggets. Which one loses at home? Straight up loses, because that's really what I'm trying to find. It's either that or I'm gonna go like I'm not doing. I mean, I know the NBA is very chalky lately for us, but I can't do those four teams I just mentioned. Like the way I've been making money in the NBA is on money line bets, but I'm not betting the Denver Nuggets -1200. I'm not even in a parlay. It does not add value to them. You know what I mean? I don't think it doesn't. So you could add all four of those on the money line. You still ain't at even money. It ain't worth it. And if there's no value there on the NBA, I'm not gonna dabble. The truth says the winner of this game beats Notre Dame. I don't know, man. Marcus Freeman. You know what the difference in this game yesterday was? Marcus Freeman made adjustments at halftime. And I don't feel like James Franklin made enough, or any, to be honest with you. Like Notre Dame came out in the second half and smacked them right in the mouth. They tried to answer, but it really didn't work. I was texting with Scott Reichel last night, and we knew we were cooked. We knew we were cooked on the under. We knew we were cooked on the under, and because of overtime, and it was like I was rooting for Notre Dame, but if Notre Dame scored, it was gonna push. It was gonna push. You knew that Penn State was gonna. It was too much time. Rock Cape in the house. Tom McCreena. Happy Friday. What's good, Lenny? What's happening? Man, Notre Dame is extremely disciplined. That's why they're hard to beat. Yeah. I like Freeman. I do. I'm not a Notre Dame guy. I'm not a not Notre Dame guy. Like I don't hate Notre Dame. I don't, you know, I don't know. I'm not like, I guess, I'm not a big Notre Dame guy, but I'm more of a Shane Gills guys, whatever Shane, whatever the comedian. But he's a big Notre Dame fan. But yeah, I'm not a big Notre Dame guy, but Freeman is a good dude. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I'm not a big Notre Dame guy, but I think Freeman's a good dude. I think he's great for coaching. I'd love to see him in the NFL maybe. I mean, I wouldn't want to push or whatever, but some places like this won't happen, so I'll throw it out there. But like the Bears, a team that needs to rebuild and change the culture, that's a culture changer guy. He's a guy that comes in, he's young enough, he's relatable enough to these younger kids coming out of college, and he changes your culture. That's what I feel about him. Whether or not he can able to do it and pull it off, that's a whole nother ball game. You know what I mean? That's a doing and saying, or saying and doing whatever, two different things. Um, let's talk some NFL because I'm in an NFL contest for some playoffs. And I got to pick every game. I think. Let me make sure this is how this shit works. Let me show you the money on some NFL because we haven't really talked a whole lot of NFL. So let me make sure I understand this contest. I've already paid. I'm in, so whatever. Here's the rules. I think pick every playoff game, both side and total. They post the lines in this whatever. Each winner will have one best bet or lock pick from the AFC and the NFC. So everything's worth a point, and then a lock or a best bet, whatever you want to call it, is worth two. And you pick from an AFC, you get a best bet from AFC and a best bet from the NFC. So let's see. I want to go. Let's look at money. This line in this Chargers Texas game. Let's just talk about this. It opened at 2.5. Very early, it's at 3. Solid 3 across the board. 73% of the money, or 73% of the bets, 72% of the money go Chargers way. All the money and all the bets. I like the Texans at home. Total wise, all the money is on the over. 41.5 does seem rather low. I mean, yeah, I get it's a playoff game, but Chargers have been, a kind of like the over. Yeah. I'd probably lean okay, gun to head, I'm going to pick every game, every total, side total, going in the NFL. I'd go Houston. I'd go over. Not in love with Houston. I don't hate the over. I think we can get 20s in both teams. One team gets high, like 18, 17. I could see me losing this game 24-20. Chargers win. I'd just wash. I'd get the over and I'd lose the side. You know what I mean? Or 24-21 on a push. Some crazy shit like that. How am I not take at like 9.5? Baltimore 9.5. All money is on the Steelers, just so we're all clear. It started, no, this is the total. Sorry. Sorry, that was the total. We'll talk about that in a second. Side first. Open at 8.5, still at 8.5. DraftKings has 8.5. I just can't see Russell Wilson doing this. I just think Baltimore is going to eventually wear them down and get that. 57% of the bets are on Baltimore, 49% of the money. So, kind of split. The total, 75% of the bets and 62% of the money is on the over. It's dropped, though, from 46 to 43.5. 46.5 to 43.5. No crazy weather in Baltimore that I'm seeing. This is a nasty game on the side or the total. I like the side. I like Baltimore. I like Baltimore on the side better than I like the total. But that's where I'm at. That makes sense. Let's see here. I'll have plays posted for every game, premium and free. Check the sites. Rock keeps on. He does his shorts on winners and whiners, and his premium plays on picks and parlays and winners and whiners. You can find him on both sites. We're a one big happy dysfunctional family, so you know what I mean. As a Lion fan, I hope we play the Commanders. Do you though? Do you? Because I said that I was talking to my cousin yesterday, and I had the same conversation. I'm like, who you want to play? And we talked about the Commanders. I'm old enough to remember when the Washington Redskins came to the Pontiac Silverdome and beat the Detroit Lions like 45-3 or something like that in a playoff game. So I'm old enough to remember that. In fact, when was that? I'll tell you right now. Playoffs. Is this 41-10? Sorry, I was mistaken with 45-3. It was 41-10. It was Sunday, January 12th, 1992. I graduated the year before. I might have been, I was not at that game, but I'm pretty sure I was somewhere in the parking lot, and I'm pretty sure I was drunk, and I'm pretty sure I was angry. I'm just saying. So in a twist, this would be a great like another spot on the Dan Campbell kneecap tour. You know what I mean? Not that it's Dan Campbell, but the Lions. Like, I'm stretching for revenge tour. You know what I mean? I'm stretching, but I don't know if I want to see the Commanders. I'll be honest with you. God bless it, I don't want to play the Vikings 3 times. I'm not afraid of the Rams. Um, Baker always scares me. But we have never, ever been great against mobile quarterbacks, and Jaden Daniels, I think, is a great quarterback. I think he's gonna be very good in the NFL. I mean, maybe great's the wrong word yet. I mean, he's had 1 year, but, um, I think he's gonna be substantial in the NFL for years to come. And I really gotta fix all of this light right there because that's really annoying. You could probably just turn it like this and probably look a little better. You might, depends on what Baker we get. That's true. We'll get to the Sunday games. Denver and Buffalo. God bless it. I want Buffalo. I want Buffalo to lose. I'm still bitter for when they beat us. Okay. But that would be a script. The revenge meeting in New Orleans, Buffalo, Lions. Somebody's got to get their first Super Bowl, blah, 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 you know. I think Denver plus points is a live dog there. Not I should say that. Not a live dog. I just don't know if they cover. That's a lot of points to cover. Lower scoring. Sean Payton, I think, is going to have those boys up. I kind of lean Denver plus the points and under. We'll look at the money real quick. This is the spread. 60% of the bets and 54% of the money is on Buffalo. Line stay, it's pretty solid at 8.5. So kind of hard. All the bets, all the money, like literally 82%, 91% of the money is on the over. And boy, oh boy, I think Sean Payton's defense, I don't, you know, I like the under in that game. Ron Scott's in the house. Schwarzenegger voice. Go Chargers. Go. I don't know. Is that my Schwarzenegger? Hold on. Let me get my Schwarzenegger voice right. I'll be back. I gotta warm it up. I'll be back. That's horrible. I apologize. I need one of those soundboards that I can just hit the button and it, you know, I'll be back. So it's not I'll be back. It go Chargers go. Is that it? Oh shit. Maybe. It was horrible. I mean, like for like a C-rated YouTube show, it wasn't bad. I don't feel like. And by the way, we choose that rating. My first timers know. My first my day ones know. On to Rye Cape's Phillies and the Packers. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I hate this number, Rye Cape. I hate it. I hate the 5. It's the number. It's not the matchup. It's the number. I don't like 5, 5.5, whatever. I don't like it. I don't like it. Another one kind of lean under. I think this total's a sweat. I do think this total at 45.5, it looks like across the board here. The total 82% of the money and 69% of the bets are on the over. Sharp money coming in on the under. I don't want to say it. I like the under. Pretty split money-wise. 60% of the bets coming in on the Eagles, 50% of the money. Slight lean to the Packers. Line has adjusted, though, from 3.5 to 4.5. So now I see it at 5, 5.5. I don't want to take the Packers, man. I don't want to. But if this line ends up on 5, I will take the Packers out of pure principality. But I just need it at like I'd feel better with the Eagles at 6 than 5. That sounds stupid of superstitious, and the number 5 is for me. Call it superstition, call it a trend, call it whatever. I don't give a shit what you want to label it. You do you, Pikachu. I don't like the 5, and I like the under. I think this game could be ugly, like ugly, dirty. I don't see no weather coming in for affecting anything. Rod Cave should be able to. You're in Philadelphia. You got any weather issues? Like fuck these weather guys online. They don't know their ass from the hole in the ground. Some of these weather guys, I swear to God, to go outside, look up at the sky and be wrong. I don't understand. Um, I just think of a 2013 type situation. Um, I think it's a sweat. I think the total's a little bit more of a sweat than people are giving it credit for. But I don't like that number 5. I don't like it. It's not possible that we play Bucks in the second round. No. No. We will play. Where's the damn bracket? Oh, we should do a play. Let's do a playoff bracket challenge while we're. All right, folks. Let's share some screens and let's get after some shit. Didn't let me share that. Didn't let me. There we go. All right. We're gonna fill this out together, whatever. Jeez, bye. Let's just pick the Lions, go all the way through right now. Yeah, I don't know. No, I won't. No, don't share my info. All right, so what is this? Is this against the spread? No. You want Chargers Chiefs? Listen, I know that. Well, I don't. I gotta go there. I mean, I really think the Rams are here. This is going to be a good, really good game. But I'll take the Bucks. This just gives the Eagles an easy path here. You know what I mean? Either way, I feel like the NFC is just it's just going to be the Eagles and the Lions now. I don't care which way. It gets this is your NFC AFC in my opinion. Unless any major upsets. I really don't see it. In the AFC, you could switch this for this. Sure. They're top heavy. 1, 2, 3. I don't see the Texans, Chargers, or the Steelers or the Broncos making a run for anything in the AFC. I hate to say that. Maybe they cover this, that, or whatever, but winning wise, I'm not gonna do all that. I don't I'm not afraid of the Commanders. I really don't want to play them. If the Packers win, we'd play them. I'd love for that to happen. No offense to our guy Rye Cape, but I'd take the Packers because I know we're going to the NFC Finals. Then you know what I mean. But I don't see them winning. Eagles win, but it's a ugly game. Let's assume the Bucks win. We play the Rams. We're there, and I just think now it comes down to this. I want the Chiefs. I want to beat the best. I do. Um, but if this is the year, sure. Yeah, that's it. Submit my bracket. Oh, I'm not doing all that. There you go. Nah, I don't know. Out of potential playoff contenders for the Lions next in the second round after the bye, whether it's the Packers, Commanders, um, Vikings, or the Rams. Can't play the Bucks. The Bucks will, if they win, they will play. We play the lowest seed. So if the Packers win, they'll be the lowest. We definitely will play them. If the Commanders win, we play them. If the Vikings win or the Rams, it goes in that order of potential. It's those four. Um, it's one of those four teams. I just don't want to keep playing the Vikings because sooner or later they're going to win. I do believe that. And now straight up embarrassed them week 18. I mean, I think we got one in Minnesota in overtime. Or by whatever it was regular season. We got one. Sometimes the ball bounces that way. Sometimes you got to be lucky, more lucky than good. In that game, I think we were more lucky than good. In week 18, we embarrassed them. I mean, you bought $2 million worth of tickets. You tried to bust fans in, then you sold some because you're not smart enough to, and you sold them to Lions fans at cheaper. And you bought 2,000 tickets in a 60,000 stadium capacity crowd, and you thought you were going to make a difference in a dome? I want to know who thought that was a good idea. I saw people online talking about how genius it was. And I'm like, let's just let this settle. When it first came out on Twitter, everybody was like, oh my God, Vikings. Oh my God, this is genius. Why hasn't anybody thought about this? Here's why. Because it's $2,000. You spent $2 million on 2,000 tickets in a 60+ thousand stadium. You thought if you owned one section that it was going to make a difference? Lions fans laughed at you in that stadium. I know they did. They just laughed at your asses. And you thought you were going to come in there and do stuff, and you didn't. And if we have to play you again, I think we beat you again, but I don't want to do it. I ain't going to lie. I don't want to. I feel like the Rams could be sneaky. I'm not worried about the Packers. And I think the Commanders game, if we have to play the Commanders, it's just going to be a matter of who has the ball last. I'm still not a whole lot confident in our defense or anything like that. But the Washington Commanders defense cannot and would not ever stop the Lions. I don't think that defense got it in them, especially in Detroit, in a dome, 60+ thousand people, minus the 2,000 Vikings fans. Fuck out of here with that. But that's how I roll for that game. The Tampa Bay game. Look, I'm Washington in a teaser. We talked about that. I like the over. It's at 50. It's high. I worry about that. Do we have weather? We don't have weather in Tampa, right? No. I like the over in that game. I lean Washington because they're gritty. You know what I mean? They're just gritty. But I like Washington. I think they're Jaden Daniels and Baker Mayfield are like the same dude, but different. And hear me out. They're gamers. They're just ball gamers. Okay, and with 30 seconds left on the clock and one timeout, and you need a touchdown, I want either one of those guys to have the ball. They're able to extend the play. Um, they're just gamers, and that's going to make for a nice Sunday night football game. Vikings have those snowbirds in Arizona this time of year. Yeah, that's true. Which brings me to the next game. Vikings and the Rams. We talked about this yesterday in the California wildfires and possibly this game being moved and how I love the Rams if it didn't get moved. I still like the Rams. Vikings have not, I found out, we talked about if they traveled yet or whatever. They had not traveled. So they're still in Minnesota. They probably won't travel till today or probably tomorrow. Monday night game now being played in Arizona, Glendale, where the Cardinals play, because it ain't like the little fella in Arizona is got a Call of Duty tournament or something, so he ain't playing. I'll be honest with you, I like the Rams here. I think they're great. I just can't. I think Minnesota was fraudulent going into Week 18. I think the Lions exposed them. I think if Minnesota gets past the Rams, they might figure some shit out. But I think they are a fraudulent team at 14-3. I think the Rams are just gritty enough to get it done in a close one. I think they're a live dog. I like the Rams in a teaser. We know about my teasers. I love my teaser. I'm going to go with this game, the Rams in the over for teaser purposes. But contest purposes, I'm probably going to take the Rams. I'd like them better at 3. Let's see where the money's after this Monday night game. It's pretty split. 53% of the bets, 51% of the money are on the Rams. And that's, it started at 2.5. It's pretty much down. You can get it at 3. Shop your lines. You can get the hook. If you like the Rams, you can get the hook for -120. It's basically buying it, but ESPN has it available. If you're not one that haven't, are not familiar with buying points or a half a point or the hook as it's called in some spots, I think the Rams are live. But interestingly, Ramon's got some facts here. Rams 9-1 last 10 versus Cardinals in Glendale. Said they will use the visitor locker room because they are used to it. I like that even more. I was worried about travel and this and that. Listen, it's going to be a hard game for the Rams all the way through. We talk about the NFL scripts all the time. And it takes a devastating tragedy, for sometimes like if the Minnesota Vikings lose this game outright, I think Kevin O'Connell should be fired. Because you can have a great season year in and year out, but you can't win the big game. Actually, I hope he doesn't get fired because he's in our division, but you guys know what I mean. You talked all that shit for like 6 hours, Vikings fans, when you were in the number 1 seed. Just because we haven't played yet. And then we played, and then we played you, and it was over. I mean, everybody lost their ever-loving mind when the Lions lost to Buffalo. Let us not remind you, simple fools, that the Detroit Lions are the best team in the NFL, AFC included. And I'll tell you this why, statistically speaking. Yes, they have the same record as the AFC Kansas City Chiefs, but we win the tiebreaker. When we go down the conference record, division record, who scored the more points? Nobody scored more points than us. Nobody. So I still feel like, and I don't, Every year, I'm going to sit on here, this show or that show or any other show, and I will tell you that the Lions are the best team in the NFL. I will tell you the Lions are going to the Super Bowl. I will tell you it's their year. This is the first year they've actually maybe proven me right. And I think that's a culture change from Dan Campbell. And it starts from the top. And it starts even above him. Dan Campbell's just the face, and he gets all the accolades. But I'll tell you what. The little 5'2", soaking wet 80 pounds, nice little white woman from Detroit, Sheila Ford Hamp, is the reason for all of this. Because she decided that her grandfather's ways and everybody before her and her brothers and her uncles and this and that didn't know what the F they were doing. She hired somebody else, and they took it over. And here we are. 4 years later, we're contending for a Super Bowl. Holy shit. Last year, I was happy to be in the NFC Championship game. Our goal last year was to make the playoffs and win our division. And that's what we did. And then we made it to the NFC Championship. That was the cherry on top. This year, the goal was and always has been to win the division and get to the Super Bowl. That's it. That's the goal. Anything can happen when you get there. Anything can happen when you get there. I just want to get there. And I think we're going to get there this year. On that note, good luck unless you're against us. Follow Picks and Parlays. I'll probably have some little shorts out as well all through the weekend. Maybe some more teasers. We'll try and parlay some stuff up together for you guys as well, because we know you degenerates love a good parlay. God knows I do. As your self-appointed people's champion of degenerates, I wish you adieu. Good luck unless you're against me. We'll see you guys on the next one. Stop it. Stop it. This wins worst comment of the day. I don't want to say by a mile. Before I bounce, can we just talk, since we always talk about the script? Ohio State. They will forever and always have an asterisk next to them. Even if they win the national championship, Ohio State fans, I want you to know, everybody and their brother will always say, oh, you won. That's the year you won. Yeah. The year you couldn't beat Michigan. And I'm not even a Michigan fan. I'm not even a Wolverine. And I'm just saying, like, people will say that. Just like they did last year when Michigan won, and they'll asterisk next to him for cheating scandal or whatever bullshit. They'll always just talk about that. Hook 'em horns. I'm on Texas. Matthew McConaughey would say, all right. Good luck unless you're against us. We'll see you on the next one. The end. Hey, just for y'all sticking around, I'm gonna play the music at the end. Where's Stop Geo at? Damn it. He's gonna be so pissed when he finds out I played the music. The intro as the outro. Good luck unless you're against this piece.
Shout out to my boy Detroit Lenny. He always coming through with some fire picks for me. Y'all sub to the channel. Like, share, follow. Bet, win, repeat. Bet, win, repeat. 16 parlay from Lenny, I'm on my feet. I just bet Detroit beat the Yankees in a sweep. The bookie on the ropes, we cashing out all week. I just bet the under first 5, watch me go. Started from the bottom, coming tune into the show. Shout out to my day ones who helped the channel grow. We only do withdrawals, we don't deposit no more. Hey, shout out to my boy Detroit Lenny. He always coming through with some fire picks for me. Y'all sub to the channel. Like, share, follow. I just hit my hockey bet, the bookie on thin ice. Lenny told me bet it, so I went and bet it twice. It take money to make money, my account is looking nice. NBA, NFL, and college on the net, I'm about to. Shout out to my boy Detroit Lenny.